What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Baseball Adjacent, where today we are starting a brand new series called our Monthly Stat Draft, where every month me, Justin, and a guest are going to sit down and do a fantasy style draft for one particular month for one particular stat. So, for the month of April 2026, we are drafting home runs. Here's how this works. It's going to be a snake draft order. We have to draft one player for each position: catcher, infield, and outfield, and a DH. And once a team gets selected, no one else can choose that team. So, for example, if somebody chooses Shohei Ohtani from the Dodgers, somebody else later in the draft cannot pick Freddie Freeman because he is also on the Dodgers. At the end of the month, we're going to tally all the home runs together, and the winner gets 3 points toward the standing, second place gets 2 points, and third place gets 1 point. At the end of the year, we'll tally all those points together, and that will be our 2026 Stat Champ. Our guest today is a good friend of mine named Noah, who runs a baseball page on YouTube called That's Baseball For Ya. He does a lot of video essay stuff, and if you like John Boyce, you'll like his videos, so go check him out. Without further ado, let's get into our first monthly stat draft. Okay, so Noah's the guest, and he has elected to draft last because that's just the kind of gentleman that he is, I guess. So Justin has chosen second, which means I get the 1-1. I mean, the obvious one is like Aaron Judge, right? I think I have to go Aaron Judge 1-1. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Good choice.
Uh, so I'm going to pencil that in real quick.
Concerning that Aaron Judge is gone, which also means for you viewers, as we mentioned earlier, the Yankees are now off the board in general. Let me go ahead and take another hot name off, and I'll go ahead and pencil in my designated hitter. I'm going to go ahead and take, um, give me Shohei. I'll take Shohei. Get the Dodgers off the board. There's too many good players. Got to do some protecting here. Shohei will surely hit some home runs. Give me Shohei.
Okay, okay. I respect it. I respect it. I just want to know what other Dodgers you think would have gone before Shohei and what you were protecting against.
Well, I'm protecting from because I could have went it with another DH, which would have taken another good hitter from that team and probably one of the only good hitters on that team off. But then that would have left the Dodgers open for any of you guys, whether that's Shohei or whatever. So give me Shohei. Now Dodgers are no longer available to be picked the rest of the draft.
Noah, it's to you, man.
Honored to make my first selection on this wonderful pod. And it's a team that I don't think many of you guys probably would have picked regardless, except for this one player. I'm going to go with Junior Caminero. I think
Okay.
he's going to follow up with a very solid April, following a solid 2025, and also great WBC. So, Junior Caminero.
Okay. Okay. We're snake drafting it, so you actually have to make another pick because that's how we roll here. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna
All right.
rush you, but if you could do it right now.
If I could do it right now, I'm going to. He's putting the pressure on me, but I do like the pressure, especially when I can cook up a little bit of Nick Kurtz as my first baseman.
Fine.
Really got to over enunciate the name on that one.
Yeah, Nick, comma Kurtz. I think it's just the way that we gotta say it.
Kurtz Nick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He could have a big
So,
year. It's
yeah,
his
he
first
could.
time ever playing in April, though, so we don't know. We don't know.
I like what
Okay, so this might be a little bit of a controversial pick to start off, but I do think he's going to have a really good bounce back year with how he has played in the WBC. I'm going to go ahead and get my shortstop out of the way. Give me Gunnar Henderson with the Baltimore Orioles.
The
I'm
White
not going to
Sox
lie.
player.
I was going to take the hot hand from spring training at first base, Jake Bowers, but I felt like that will not hold over the course of a month.
It would have been high, and you still can.
As an outfielder, I
Right.
can, or a DH, but we'll see how desperate I need to get.
Yeah, we'll see. I think the beauty of this is there's going to be some pretty wheels off selections, I'm afraid. late because there's
Mm-hmm.
just gonna have to be. Okay, who is your last? So Justin, you just picked Gunner.
Gunner, so Orioles. Just for the odd case that you would want to go get Pete Alonso.
I would
He
make the
does tend to
argument.
be a
I almost would have taken Ward.
Well, yeah, that too. Ward was on my list as well, but I might have somebody else if it rolls around.
Forgot Ward even got traded.
So just to be clear, you blocked your own future pick.
No, no. If the draft rolled around to where I needed a left fielder that's maybe a deeper pull or a mid pull, he might have been it.
We're rocking. We're rolling. We've discussed strategies, and I think my strategy is not to take a pitcher.
Sounds about right since we don't
Yeah,
hit
yeah, yeah.
anymore.
I think so. I had the thought of Bryce Harper in Philly, but I know he always just starts slow. So I feel like that's something I would have done in a May draft and not an April draft. I think I'm just gonna I think I'm gonna take Eugenio Suarez out in Cincinnati. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Suarez out of Cincinnati and just hope that he finds it early. New city, but like not really a new city, like kind of the same city. And Hitters Ballpark. And I think 2019 baseballs are back based on the Lau home run earlier for Pittsburgh. So here's hoping. And then I need another pick. I think I'm just gonna take Cal Raleigh at catcher just to move us along a little bit. And I feel like I just sniped that from Noah potentially
Sure did.
based on the reaction, which
Yep.
makes me feel better about it. Not because I believe in it more, but because I've slightly alienated Noah. So
Well, I could probably do the very well thing with this very next pick, but I'm not going to. I want to at least have somebody on my favorite team that I can root for. So give me Matt Olson at first base. But I really wanted to take somebody else. We'll see if it rolls back around.
we'll see. We'll see.
You know, Josh, in the name of how Cal Raleigh did in the WBC, I hope he gives you everything of that and more. Just because I am now going to be taking Juan Soto, New York Mets.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
And then you're back up.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, Juan Soto, we're putting it outfield, right? Because he can't be DH when he sucks at defense.
Yeah, I guess the rule is DH can be anybody. But if you draft a DH, like it has to be like your DH.
I'll put him in the outfield.
Okay.
Pick number 2, when he's healthy, he sets the league on fire. I'm banking heavy into the Byron Buxton hype for once.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to take Byron Buxton.
Okay. Okay. I guess in center, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
A question for the class, I guess. How many games do we think Buxton plays this year?
42.
And they're all in the month of April.
I sure hope so.
Shout out Jackie. This leaves some stuff for me. So rolling back around to me, I'm gonna hold off on this position again and roll around and take a third. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to go maybe a little controversial being this early. But I'm going to trust that this young star is the MVP candidate that some are thinking he's going to be. Go ahead and give me Roman Anthony. Going to play left field for me from the Boston Red Sox.
Okay. Okay. I like that a lot. He crossed my mind. Did y'all see he like about murdered the Reds first baseman today as we record this? I'll cut a clip over. He caught Sal Stewart, I think is the Reds first baseman this year. Like 110 miles an hour right off the forearm because he was playing in for some reason. And it looked like a bad time. I won't lie to you.
Oh, that'll affect my fantasy team with Sal Stewart.
Oh, no, I thought about you today. Jackson Churio's out for 2 to 4 weeks, and he is for sure on my fantasy team. RIP.
You know, that is the funniest opening day news to get right before you drop a 14-2 game on the White Sox.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
Dude.
We also last year when he went out at one point, we then rattled off 14 straight wins. So maybe we're better without him.
Dude, I'm hearing you're going to trade him. I'm hearing that you want to trade him, actually.
What
That's
team wouldn't want that contract?
Yeah, exactly. I will say it was funny to me that the Brewers won by legitimately 12 runs, and the only 2 highlights I saw were Chase Mydrith's home run and Murakami's home run, and I saw no Brewers offensive highlights on a day that they put up like boatloads of runs.
That's just how it rolls for the Brewers. They will never get the media coverage, and I'm okay with that.
So in the East, that just leaves Toronto, which is interesting. And not a team that I'm going to be taking right now because I am going to be taking Yordan Alvarez as my DH.
That's who I was
Because
thinking of
he
taking
hits
for mine.
bombs. I don't know if y'all are aware. He's kind of new to the league, but like pretty good, I think. I don't want to be controversial or speak too soon, but um, did y'all see he hit a homer? He almost hit a homer that hit the roof and then kicked foul, so they were like foul ball today. Uh,
I did see that. I gotta say, it's probably one of the more awesome things to happen at a baseball game because it's just not something you see every day.
yeah, that is true. It was quite remarkable, honestly. Um, it's hard for a lefty to do that. I was just in there for the WBC, and it's like it is easier for a righty to hit the roof than a lefty. I think just the way that that is constructed. Um, but now I'm just killing time because I don't know who I want to pick, and I know I just had 10 minutes to sit here and think of 2 names, but I only had Yordan Alvarez in the tank. So now I'm stalling a little bit, but not like a lot. I think that I'm believing in Bobby Witt. I think that's my shortstop. I think they just
Okay.
moved the fences in, and he was kind of electric in the WBC, so I'm hoping that like translates over some at least. Like he just stays hot. And so that's going to be my shortstop, I think, is Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt, known power hitter.
Known
Yeah.
power hitter, dog. But I need a shortstop. And you know what? I'm looking at shortstops, and it's getting thin quickly. Uh,
Yeah, that makes me even more happier I took Gunnar Henderson when I did. So, with that being the case, that took potentially my catcher away from me because I was wanting Salvador Perez
okay.
off of that WBC. So, I'm going to go ahead to my chagrin, go ahead and take William Contreras off the board. So, Noah cannot take any of his Brewers.
The
No
disdain on
comment.
Noah's face right now is electric.
I have no
And
comment.
plus, I think if I remember correctly, I have Contreras on my fantasy baseball team for like the 5th year in a row. It feels like.
Shout out.
I'll tell you
Noah,
this much about
thoughts?
Contreras. Contreras is a known slow starter. So I will just let you watch that one, and I'm going to keep my
Well,
mouth shut.
it is fine. I will roll with the former Braves magic. If it works, great. If it doesn't, he's my catcher.
It's okay. Because my next catcher is unorthodox, although Baseball Reference does list him as a catcher to some degree. I'm going to go Ben Rice.
Oh, okay, Ben Rice. Okay.
Okay. You know
Just
what?
kidding.
I'll count that.
Did we have the Yankees taken already?
We
Someone
Yeah,
told
we
me
did
or did
because
did.
I picked Judge. So that's the
Yeah.
actual hang up there.
It looks like I cannot take Ben Rice.
Well, I still think there's one name that I wanted to pick at catcher. You
Ben
could go
Rice
for.
sponsorship with that rice company,
Electric.
incredible. Just by the way, hashtag not sponsored, but once again could be. Throw me a check and I'll run you an ad. Why not? I'll be eating rice while we do the next draft. Hit me up.
I need a catcher, and I liked this guy a lot last year. Not as much as Raleigh, Ben Rice, or William Contreras, but give me Hunter Goodman. I think
There
he's
we
going to be a
Okay.
stud
go.
this year.
There we go.
He was a thought that I had when I was picking catcher. Um, and then I didn't do it because I realized that Cal Raleigh was available. Hunter Goodman kind of mashed last year. He was on my fantasy team, so I'm well aware of it.
I mean, Hunter Goodman, 31 homers, and in a stadium like that, that'll play.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, that'll play.
Mm-hmm.
The tough part now is I need a second baseman, a shortstop, a left fielder, and a DH.
I guess in theory, right, you could move one of your players you've already picked to DH
I could.
to double up on a position.
I'm going to worry about that later because I'm also going to be taking Willie Adonis as my shortstop.
Well, that rolls into my pick pretty favorably. I still need a third baseman, and I've got three, I think, pretty good options I could choose from. Um, this one's tough, but I'll go with the better team here, the new guy on the new team. Give me Alex Bregman with the Chicago Cubs.
Okay.
So I'm going to take Bregman as my third baseman, get the Cubs off the board. I think he'll get off to a hard start in his new home in Chicago.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Um, so I'm looking at a team. Well, I'm looking at a position that none of us have taken at this moment in history. And I'm looking at the teams that are left. And I'm not liking like if there's a run here quickly. So I'm going to take Glaber as my second baseman from Detroit, I believe is where
Okay.
he's camping out, to just get the second baseman off the board because I feel like there's power potential there. And I'm looking at the other teams and I believe in them less. Um, and I feel like Noah's about to pick a second baseman to prove a point, but that's the only one that I could think of. So now I need a first baseman and some outfielders. And I think I'm going to believe in the Mike Trout season. And he's going to play center for me because I think that's where he's playing this season. I think they're moving him back to center, but I
He
reserve
is.
the right to move him to a corner if I need to. I think that's fine with you guys.
Yep, that is fine.
Okay.
Cool with it.
That really does suck because I felt like I was going to be able to snipe Joe Adele. So
I had the thought, but I
I
have
also
other
thought I was
corner
going to grab
outfielder
him too.
options.
So second base, Josh said that he thought I was maybe going to do it in spite. Well,
Well, I
I need
think
a
it's
second
Justin's
baseman.
pick, yeah?
it is my pick. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take a second baseman, and I'm going to take Ketel Marte of the Diamondbacks. Give me at least a quality second baseman
Okay.
with a team that's not been picked yet. Ketel Marte can hit home runs. He is a big player for the D-backs. Not very high on the D-backs this year, but give me Ketel Marte, at
Okay.
least for the potential.
Noah, was that the second baseman you were about to pull the trigger on?
You know, I got to start just jumping him anyways because
This is what you get for picking third, dude. I literally gave you the option. You were like, third feels fun.
I was kind and I said, yes, I will let the hosts of this show allow me to just slide in. You guys can take the reins, do 1, 2. It's all good. No,
We're all about
Justin has
winning
taken
over here at
Justin has
Baseball
taken
Adjacent.
3 of my picks, and Josh likewise on 2 of them. This is a living hell for me.
That's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes.
And I feel like I'm stealing absolutely none of your guys' picks. But I have some teams that I don't like left.
That is the tough part of this format, I think, is you
That
get down
is
to
the
it and you're
tough
like,
part.
ah, no. Mistakes have been made. Ring light down again?
Yeah, ring
What, did
light
your ring
is
light go out drinking tonight? Like, what's the problem?
it probably did.
Can't stay
Here,
upright?
I gotta readjust so I can see what teams are left along with the players that are left too. Because it's getting a little tricky here. Okay. I need a second baseman desperately. And boy, there are not good second basemen from these teams.
Well, so I'll tell you, I was between two, and the other one that I was thinking about is still on the board.
Can I ask a question that can't be edited in here?
It can't be or it can't be?
I don't care. Is it Brandon Lau?
It is, yeah.
You know what? That's where I was actually looking to. You know what? I don't care if you keep this in. It's Brandon Lau. That's my pick.
The
Lau
ring
hit.
light does not like the pick.
I don't like
Uh,
the pick either, but
he was a thought that I had. He homered today, actually.
twice.
Moonshot.
Okay.
All right, you got your second baseman. Now it's back up to you for the next round.
It is, and I have an outfielder and a DH left. So let me see what my options are. Boy, this just gets tougher and tougher.
It is tough. I won't lie to you.
There's not really any like sluggers left on these guys. I don't love this pick, but it needs to almost be done. I'm going to go George Springer.
Okay.
Not my favorite pick. Not my favorite snake picks, but I need a name, and he hit 30 last year. So can't really go wrong.
Are you sticking him in the outfield or DH for now?
I'll put him in the outfield for right now. That might change.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I need two outfielders, a center fielder and a right fielder in particular. And right fielders are typically one of the guys that can mash baseballs, and I'm surprised I've not picked one yet. But this guy can mash baseballs and can mash steroids, as well as giving them to my buddy Jurickson Profar. Give me the Padres. Give me Fernando Tatis Jr. playing right field for my team.
Okay. And I'll be so honest with you, dude. That feels like it fell. That feels like it fell a little bit. Okay. I need an outfielder, and I need a first baseman. And I somehow have both of those in my brain right now, in spite of the lack of teams that are left, because somehow limiting me makes it way easier. I'm going to take Rangers left fielder Wyatt Langford.
Okay.
Because I kind of believe he'll pop like 5-ish. That feels like something that's feasible. I don't even know. What do we think is a good home run number in the month of April?
I think
Like
Shea
for
Langoliers last year hit 11 in the month of April, but that was also a historic pace. I think 7 or 8 is going to be a solid number.
okay. And then last pick, I mentioned him earlier that I didn't believe in it, but I believe in it way more in the 9th round than I did like in the 2nd. I'm gonna pick Bryce Harper, the Philly first baseman, because that feels like the safest bet of first baseman that's left. And I feel like I just grabbed another one of Noah's picks here, based on the face that he's making.
It's a cousin of one of my picks, but close enough.
Okay. I know a
Okay.
guy whose wife is the cousin of Kyle Schwarber, and they're not into baseball at all. So they definitely won't see this video, but a shout out to you.
Okay. So for my final pick in center field, I'm going to be doing some position changing over here to move this guy into center, even though he is notorious for having average-ish defense at best. But he still is young. He still is an athlete. And if any of you tuned in to our preseason tier list, you would have seen that it is the only reason to watch this team this year is because of this one player, give me James Wood. Just stick him out in the outfield and center field, and hopefully he pops off for a horrible Washington Nationals team. So give me James Wood with the power potential, the talent, just to hold down a center field spot because of the teams we've got left.
Okay. I will accept that. So Noah, it's to you. You have Cleveland, the White Sox, the Cardinals, and the Marlins left. And you can pick any of them because you need a DH. So,
this one is going to be probably one of my favorite picks, whether it performs or not. When I'm not a Brewers fan, I love cheering on for the bad teams. And who has been the worst team in baseball the last 2 seasons? None other than your Southside Chicago White Sox. Give me Mr. Murakami. I believe he at DH will be heading the White Sox to a beautiful first month.
Okay.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll keep y'all updated on if that happens or not. I think is the way that goes. So that's it. Those are the teams. So Noah, your team is Hunter Goodman, Nick Hama, Kurtz, Brandon Lowe, Hamanero, Adames, Springer, Buxton, Juan Soto, and Murakami. Justin, your team is Contreras, Olson, Marte, Bregman, Gunnar Henderson, Roman Anthony, James Wood, Tatis, and Ohtani. And then mine is Cal Raleigh, Bryce Harper, Glaber, Eugenio Suarez, Bobby Witt, Wyatt Langford, Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, and Yordan Alvarez. I guess that's it. Let us know in the comment section who you think drafted the best team. Let us know in the comment section what team you would draft, and if you beat us, we'll pin you next month, or we'll shout you out next month. We'll see. We'll see what we're going to wind up doing with that. Justin, who do you think won the draft? Don't say yourself.
Oh, I really do like Noah's draft. I know we were sniping all of his picks, but I do like a lot of the guys on his roster. Your roster's pretty underrated too, Josh, but I will say I'll go with Noah's if I can't pick mine.
I don't know that we can say that my roster is underrated with Aaron Judge, Yordan Alvarez, and Bryce Harper and Cal Raleigh on it. I don't
Hey,
know.
let's
It feels like you're just
fair.
saying words just to say them at this moment.
I think Eugenio Suarez. When I heard Eugenio Suarez, I'm like, okay, that's a deeper pick.
Okay, yeah. Deep cut Eugenio Suarez, who hit like 50-something home runs last year in a home run draft. I think that's it. I think that's how we're ending the video, guys. So thanks for watching. Oh, Justin. Actually, I take it back. Noah, give everybody a player to comment down below. They made it to the end of the video.
Well, let me ask you this. What's our tiebreaker? What happens if we result in a tie?
I think we'll just be like, if you tie for the win, it's 3. You both get 3, and third place gets 1. Unless we would just want to pick one player from the remaining teams. That might be fun. The tiebreaker is just... So let's just continue the draft. So, Noah, you pick one player from the 3 remaining teams, and that's the tiebreaker. And then if we're still tied at the end, we'll just, actually be tied.
What are the remaining 3 teams again?
We got Cleveland, St. Louis, and Miami. We're making this up as we go, guys. First time doing it. It'll be cleaner next month, maybe. We'll see.
You know what? Give me Kyle Stowers.
Okay.
That's awesome because he's hurt. Or he was last time I looked.
Can I retract that? I didn't even know he was hurt.
Yeah, sure, man.
Who's on this Marlins team?
I mean, Conine is still out there, is he not? Maybe you should steer clear of the Marlins.
No, you know what? I'm a firm Fish believer. My pick for the tiebreaker is going to be Owen Casey.
Okay.
And you said the Guardians are 1?
The Guardians are 1.
Okay, well, give me Jose Ramirez. Shout out fantasy team. Always good for 30 homers, 30 steals. So hopefully starts off strong.
Okay, so I need to pick a Cardinal that's going to be better than Jose Ramirez. Is that the task here? And Owen Casey. Sorry, Owen Casey. No disrespect, but Believe it or not, you are not Jose Ramirez. Here's what's going to happen right now is I'm going to look up the Cardinals roster to make sure I'm not missing somebody obvious. Because it only
Go
feels
get you some
fair.
Lars Nootbaar or Jordan Walker, or
It might wind
I
up.
mean, hey, the arm might translate to the bat with Mason Wynn.
It won't, but I like the optimism. Man, I don't know if y'all have looked at the box score, and this has for sure happened like a week ago for everybody watching this. The sixth inning of the Cardinals game today was unbelievable. And I'll leave it there, and you can research it yourself. I think we're going to go. I think we're going to go Alec Burleson.
Okay.
I think that's my pick. I'm looking at it and just gut reaction. He feels like the one that has the best opportunity to hit, like, I think 5 would be a great number. And just hope that Jose Ramirez doesn't do that. And Owen Casey. Sorry, again, no disrespect to Owen Casey. But I think that's it. I think that that's the draft. So now let us know who won. And Noah, give us a player to comment down below if they made it to the end of the video, and we'll pin them.
If you made it to the end of the video, I need everyone to know about the legend that was Brian Harvey, the Fu Manchu legend of the Miami Marlins. God, do I miss him playing baseball, even though I wasn't even born to watch it. Brian Harvey, everybody.
Okay. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.